And they can give you the paperwork. And
Okay.
just have
Okay. Are they so?
it shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be too long.
Yeah, because we don't have, some forms we have behind us, but I don't think the training form is one of them. So you basically just need to have them verify that, and then you're good.
And can you? So and again, so it's just that I am outside of a time limit is why.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you define that time limit for me?
Let's see. It was trying to see exactly.
This is just so I have an idea what's going on.
So you've already got assistance for 3 months in this 36-month period. You cannot have more. So I can't go in fully to your case.
So saying because I've had 3 months in the past 36-month period.
Yeah, without being in a training program, like we have no record of it.
Okay.
So you're saying you are. I believe you, but we just need verification.
Yeah, and I mean I only have been in the program for like since the 3rd of this month. So
Okay.
I
So we
just
just need
started in the training
verification of it,
program.
and then you should be good.
Okay, but then I should be good after
Yeah.
that. All right. So basically, they're saying that it's just because I was outside of a specific time period, and so that's why my benefits have been cut. I'm just here to essentially see how difficult it is to get these benefits reinstated. I'm going to be keeping on top of this for a while, so hopefully we'll get something figured out. But yeah, it seems like a lot of things have been going this way lately. Seems that seems like, in all honesty, they're looking for ways to prop up the unemployment rate so that it looks like there are less people unemployed and less people on food stamps, when in fact they're just making it more difficult for the people who need these benefits to access them. So we're about to find out exactly how crazy the restrictions have gotten, and we'll follow up on that video here probably in a couple weeks, and just see if anything's changed there, see what other changes have been made. It's times like these when I just feel fortunate that I have an idea how the law works and how contracts are set out. Keep track of time here. It's 11 o'clock. When I got here, it's 11 on the dot pretty much. I went outside for a few minutes, and now I'm waiting back in the main lobby.
Janet? I'm told that my medical will be up in February, so I'm coming in to see about getting it renewed with this one that pays my premium for my Medicare.
So yeah, you're good. There's nothing. You don't have anything due until November.
Till November? So it'll be paid for until November? Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to come back in November?
Yes, ma'am. Or just send the paperwork back that you get to me. Okay.
But yeah, so I've been getting conflicting information. So, some sources have said that this wasn't actually even supposed to go into effect until April. But apparently it went into effect in December, which is in itself completely off. The fact that the public is being told one thing, whereas an entirely different thing is being implemented, that's off-brand by itself. But then when we look into the fact that, let's say I've been eligible to receive any of these benefits for about 10 years, let's say, right? On and off, of course, there have been times when I've been unemployed or, in any other sense needed assistance. And so, of course, there have been times when I had to apply for these benefits. And this is the first I've ever heard of anything like this. But for some reason, I'm hearing that this is something that's been in effect, which is not true at all. It hasn't been in effect. It's something very recent that they started implementing. But I'm really curious to see how this plays out, honestly, just because, like I said, this is not something, this is unprecedented. It's never happened before, so.
No.
And of course, just to clarify, last year I did make about 50K last year, and I've been actively employed for the better part of the past 4 years, and now I've received assistance for 3 months, and they said that I'm cut. So I'm just really intrigued by that, and I wonder how they figure that 3 months is sufficient out of a 3-year period. And again, that's considering I actually made 50,000 last year, so it's not like I've been lazing around or anything.
Tell above Bailey, window B.
While I'm on the phone, while I'm waiting, actually, I'm also just going to state for the record that there was no way for them to resolve any of this over the phone. It wasn't anything that I could find online. It was something that I had to come in person and figure out, which in many cases, of course, is reasonable. But given the fact that we're in 2020 right now and literally everything else in the world can be done online, it's kind of interesting to look at the fact that the people in the lowest income brackets are treated like this, and any form of assistance for them has become so ridiculous to acquire. It's and it's getting worse.
Katrina? Trujillo? Katrina? Are you Katrina? He's calling you to counterbeat.
It's now been just over 10 minutes since check-in. And just out of respect for the people here, I'm not recording anyone other than myself or the employees of this facility. Just to respect their privacy, not because I don't have a right to.
Marquise? Are you Marquise? Did you help Marquise?
Yeah. Into the computer.
I'm just trying to see what you're here for today.
David, Batchin?
Drake Smith. Your son's name is. So he's active on the city. So you can add him to yours and he's in your care.
So just to recap, I am at the D.S.H.S office in Tacoma, Washington. Was not notified that my food stamps were going to be cut. And again, I am the father of an 8-year-old boy. So it's not just me that's relying on it. And even if it was, it's kind of irrelevant. No person should have to go hungry in this day and age, But so again, I was given no notice, and when I called in to try and find some reprieve, I was met with rather indifferent responses, which were more or less along the lines of "you're out of luck," So there's a complete lack of empathy and compassion, and it seems almost like a bit of a disconnect, just because the paperwork allows for that. So because there are regulations, they're allowed to just kind of put it off on paperwork, like it's not it's not an issue of people's well-being. It's an issue of bureaucracy and red tape, and which is we see more and more often these days. It's been about 15 minutes now.
Doris?
I didn't even know whether or not they got a phone call
Oh, you have a contact here. Yeah, we can't give you minutes. Yeah, you can just Google free phones and it'll tell you who the carriers are. Okay. Lori Gray.
I'm moving, this is from the landlord,
Tiffany Brown.
I'm not answering that. Hold on, let me call you back. Okay. I was going to have to come up with the divorce website, my auxiliary review or whatever it's called.
You done your initial interview?
Yeah.
All right. Sir, if you can sign in over there, I'm still having it.
I just got off the phone that means that I have to bring the paperwork up to finish it out and then I'll be on the phone with it.
Because there's no notes in here to the interview, so that's why.
No.
So you
Yeah,
like
just
literally,
got off the
literally?
phone.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and put you in, hopefully the notes will be in, before they call you back down.
Yeah.
sorry, you called me. I don't think. Tabitha Slade.
You stay there.
Hi, Tabitha, who's your birthday?
I choose
Oh, you're the one,
Yeah.
you was gonna look for the phone number? That stopped working? Okay, yes, no, I know what you're here for, just go ahead and have that number ready by the time they call you.
just found out I got a job on Friday, but because I haven't come in. Okay. Totally understand. So what am I'm looking for,
The phone number so we can call and verify
Gotcha.
you stopped working.
gotcha. Can I have a piece of paper so I can write that?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
I'm not sure which one was it. I tried to call my work and I got a call back and you asked.
Okay, Cam, please, ma'am.
He hasn't like issued it, that's why I'm like, I don't know if that's what I'm saying. Like I haven't talked to him, so he doesn't like, he hasn't like issued it.
Right.
And I still gonna work the same.
And you said yes, right?
Yeah, he's right there actually, so I know he's here. And I had also asked him for a diaper and like,
Tell me everything that you need.
diaper wipes he does.
Kevin Loggins. Oh, just hold on to it till the worker calls you. Yes.
I'm good. I just need the ID voucher and I'm good.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, sorry.
You have Kevin already?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
I'm gonna upload it.
Justin Williams. Justin, what are we here for today?
Applying for,
Okay, and how many people are you applying for?
will be myself.
So two? Okay. And do you want to fill out the application or do you want him to?
So we're approaching 20 minutes
So
now
your choice.
since I've checked in.
Okay. All right, then we'll be sure. No, it's not. Is it 50-50 or is it 49? Is he on benefits with mom? Yeah. Okay, then we'll be shortly. Yes, please. All right. Ariana? What? A copy of the ID. Okay.
And Daddy, you go on for years?
Yes and no. Do you have minor children in the home? Are you working? No. Are you able to? Yes. Yes, you do.
How do you apply?
You have said,
Application
it's an application for an interview.
Can I do the application, get that? Or do I have to get it to
Do you want to do your interview today? Okay.
I can't, I don't have time to do my, certification too, so I can do that. You can't get it if you're able to work.
You can't get it through us.
Kevin,
You can go
Kevin
to
Loggins.
them and apply directly. That's why it's like, it kind of depends. You can, yeah, you can apply for them directly.
Sorry. Sorry. No, I was yawning and she yawned at the same time. Okay, that's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you want wait.
Yeah, no worries.
Somebody been here? Are you? I thought that was like how long it was since
So I got you, and I was like, why is it keep going up?
time keeps going up.
I see how this works.
Oh wow. Okay, so anticipated wait time is 70 minutes. Is that what that's saying there? At the top, general applications anticipated wait time is 70 minutes. 70 minutes. Sorry, I'm documenting this right now. It's ridiculous. So 70 minutes. That's insane. That is absolutely.
I'm at number 6. I'm at 6 minutes.
Yeah, I'm at 24 minutes. I've been waiting.
Well, they keep saying everybody needs I need a job, and I know they're state workers and they get paid. And
Andre?
if there's this many people in here, and it's not that many people,
It's not at all.
if there's this huge ass building, and there's not that many people in here, and there's unemployment, then why don't they hire more people to work for them?
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause I
No,
would take a job.
exactly.
I would take a job doing this.
And that's the thing, so I'm not going to get you on film just because out of respect, I'm not filming anybody but myself or the employees here.
I can see that.
Yeah, so I'm just going to tell you a rundown of why I'm here. So I last year made like $50,000 selling life insurance. I've sold life insurance for like the past 4 years. Okay, of course, on and off throughout my life, the past 10 years, I've needed to get assistance. I'm pretty sure most people do at some point in time. We need help. So I've had I'm a father to an 8-year-old boy. I basically I lost my job 3 or 4 months ago. And so, without any notice or anything, my food stamps were cut. And when I called in, they said it's because I had received food stamps for 3 months out of a 3-year period, which I've never heard of before. But apparently, there was a rule that's supposed to go into effect in April, but they implemented it in December instead of April. So
You can only receive food benefits for
3 months out of every 36-month period. So let's say now that I've received 3 months worth of food stamp benefits, I will not be able to apply to receive them for 3 years. Yeah.
So I'll get three
3 months.
benefits, and
Yeah.
then for 3 years.
Yeah, you better have your stuff together for 3 years. And if anything happens, yeah, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. So that's what I'm documenting. Yes, that's exactly what's
So I'm
happening.
just wasting my time.
Pretty much, yeah.
You
And
had food stamps within the last 3 years.
yeah. But here's the thing. So here's what I've realized, right? Now elections are coming up, right? So they need to say our unemployment rate is down, our number of people on food stamps is down, and all this stuff. So in order to boost those numbers, they're manipulating the system. They're actually putting a bunch of people out of, food, pretty much, or whatever it might be, unemployment, whatever it might be, in order to say that there are so many less people who are on unemployment or on food stamps. And that's in actuality all that's happening right now. But yeah, and it's wild. And I don't even get into politics. I hate talking about politics.
That they spend so much money refurbishing the outside of this building, as you can see when you come in, but then the inside looks like it's like stepping into a time warp.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
Recording right now, right?
I am recording. I have a First Amendment right to record in any public building.
No,
But here's the thing: you can't be recording in here.
So what's your guard number?
It doesn't matter.
You have a guard number, right?
You can't be recording in here.
You don't know the law if that's what you think.
No, for the privacy of the
Actually, this is a public building. It's publicly owned and operated, right?
So
Is this building publicly owned and operated?
yes, it's
Then
operated
I
by the
have a
state. By the state.
constitutional right as a U.S.
He's
citizen
not
to record in here.
anyone. He was standing
You
against
do
the
not.
wall.
If you want to violate my
for the-
constitutional
for the
rights,
pri-
that's fine. This guy's telling me I don't have a right to record in
the
here.
other clients here.
What's your
because-
name? Can you identify yourself? I don't know who you are.
My name's Sean, but for the privacy of other clients,
And
if you're going to be recording our
Phoenix,
FaceTime,
Phoenix Protective
He hasn't
Corporation.
recorded. The only thing he's recorded
I've only
besides
recorded
that
myself.
himself is you right now.
And actually, I have a right to record every individual in this building because this is a public. Believe I will sue the shit out of you if you want to stop me. Go ahead,
You
do
can
whatever
try.
you want.
But I need you to leave.
I guarantee you, I'm not going to leave. If you want to remove
Simmer
me,
down,
you're
been
welcome
here for
to.
28 minutes, bro.
Yeah,
You're gonna lose
I no, because I'll make way more money if he removes me. I'll make way more money if he removes me than anything I'll ever get from this. Guaranteed. This is again in D.S.H.S, a publicly owned. I know the law, sir. Believe me,
Yeah.
I've worked in the law for the past 4 years.
and I
If
know
you
what
really
I've
want to
been
do this, okay, you can do whatever you have to do. You can call the police, whatever you need to do. I know the law. I know my rights. You're not going to violate them. If you want to continue to do this, by all means. But I will not speak to you anymore. I'm here to handle an affair. I am recording this legally, as I'm legally. I have every right. Any person here who works as a public servant, you are a public servant. You work for.
I'm private.
Well then
I'm the private sector.
your company is in even worse trouble. If they were to remove me, I could sue this facility, which would be the government. But if you remove me, I'm suing your company, which guaranteed. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Go ahead. Lead me. Escort me. Escort me.
Let's go.
You're telling me you're removing me from this building, so remove me.
I'm telling you.
Remove
I'm telling
me.
you, you could either
Then remove me. I have a legal right. I have a First Amendment right to record in any public building.
Not in this
Is
building.
that not correct? Oh, really?
There is private
Really?
client information.
This is
I
not.
told you this 3
No,
times.
that is not the case. That is not the case. Believe me, I do this for a living. Go ahead. This is absolutely. Do you work for D.S.H.S? Can you identify yourself, please? You're a public servant. You're required to identify yourself. No. Yeah, okay. This gentleman refuses to identify himself. He is a public employee representing the public and refuses to identify himself. The police have been called. Yeah, at all. I was literally just documenting this. I was having a conversation with other people here. Even stated on record that I'm not recording any individuals.
You just simply
I am not recording.
You stated that that out of
You just walked up to me for no reason.
For the employees here's privacy.
No, for the client's privacy.
Yeah, I haven't recorded any individual. The first thing I said to this gentleman is, yes, it absolutely does matter. Actually, that's not true at all. Inside of any publicly owned or operated building, you have a First Amendment right to record. People, be aware of your rights. This is actually, there are so many people right now who have made so much money because of people like this doing this exact thing. And I plan to cash out. I hope that they do remove me. I hope that they do remove me so that I.
He can videotape.
Yeah, I can.
He's videotaping.
I can videotape any person in a public space. You have no expectation of privacy in a public place.
He said he was documenting.
Like someone else.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He said that he was documenting his experience here.
Recording.
I record.
And out of respect,
I have turned the camera on any employee who's approached me to try and remove me from the building, which I have every right to do.
He could do employees.
Yeah. And I can also record any civilian in a public place. It's a public lobby.
But he said out of
This is, yes,
respect.
that is
That's
100%
the line
true.
of-
You know
that's
what
the
I'm
line
saying.
of
She knows what I'm saying is true. She knows that I'm telling the truth. I'm in a public lobby right now. Even if I went back to sit back with one of your employees, I still have a right to record my interaction with that employee because they are a public representative.
Johnny White.
Pretty much hit it on
See?
the nail.
I told you.
I can get you guys some of the information.
Please and thanks. That's why I'm recording, actually. Because this is shady. This is shady.
Any recording is enough.
This is shady. This is why I'm recording. I'm saying he doesn't. He doesn't. And he honestly, he'll probably lose his job for this. He'll probably.
Are you going to hear for service?
I'm here to try and get my food stamps back.
Okay, you checked in?
Yeah, I did check in.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just documenting this, which I have every right to do as a U.S. citizen. This is America. This is America.
If you say it's fine.
The Constitution says I'm fine, bud. Read up. You're not gonna violate my rights. You got me so fucked up. See, and this is what happens. You see what just happened, you guys?
See, sir, now you do have a right to.
I do. Thank you.
But not use profanity.
I'm not.
You just use some profanity.
Okay. Did you record that? Yeah, I did. I sure did.
Okay, well,
and I'm sure that my viewers will understand.
Well,
I'm sure my viewers will
we're not
understand.
gonna let you use profanity
And
in here.
note, you guys, that all I said was this is effed up.
Yeah, well,
It's effed up that people just came and tried to violate my constitutional rights. And what do you work for this organization,
I do,
sir?
sir.
Okay, well,
What I'm saying
this
to you
gentleman here
I
is
want
having
you
a
to
conversation with me
understand. I
right
want
now
you to
about me
understand.
using profanity, which actually I have a right with the freedom of speech
You do.
to
But let me
use
just say
profanity,
something to you.
even in a public place. I could tell everyone here to F off if I wanted to, but I don't.
Well, we
But
were
I
asking-
don't.
we're
I
asking you to
didn't.
be
I came in here
respectful.
very silently and respectfully. Silently and respectfully is how I acted for the past 25 minutes until an individual came in to try and violate my constitutional
And
rights.
They didn't know, so we told
Okay,
them.
and I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that you did.
We're just asking you that, G.
Okay,
You know, we have
and
some people-
I'm only here
No, let me finish,
for a
let me finish.
minor issue. Yeah,
Let me
you're
finish.
right, sir.
I
I'm
know what you're saying, and you have every right to do it. But remember now, and I work here every day. We do have some clients who have mental illness, so we don't want to upset them if we don't have them. So that's all I'm saying.
Just remember
Thank
when
you for
won
talking to me
the
like a
battle,
gentleman.
and
Thank you
now-
for talking to me like a gentleman.
Yeah, you gotta remember when you won a battle and just like.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. Bro, I know, man. I'm just like, you saw me. I was sitting here talking to this guy.
You stood your ground. You
Yeah.
stood your ground, and it became a disturbance. But now you just.
Yeah, it's like,
Right back down.
yeah, it's like, what is going on here? You know what I mean? Like,
That's they are specifically targeting the demographic of American citizens who are not educated in law
exactly.
and their constitutional rights.
And that's what my video is about. And that's what my video is
That's why
about.
he came up to you and told you that you cannot do that.
Yeah, you cannot do that.
Standing your ground, man.
Absolutely. This is America. I have a constitutional
Nowhere
right.
in this building does it state that you cannot record.
Exactly, and that's because I can
But
constitutionally.
it did say on the door that it's a felony to obstruct or
And I have not done any of those
assault any
things.
of the public servants.
And I haven't.
And he just said he wasn't a public servant. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that the guards here are public servants.
And that's the thing. But actually, as a private entity, for them to violate my constitutional rights, that means that their business is going to get sued directly.
Yeah, exactly. So
And-
the thing is, if you were to get in a physical altercation with him,
I wasn't gonna.
It would not be against the law because he's not.
If he
he's
touched me, yeah.
If they say he's contractually a public servant but working for a private organization, that's
Yeah.
like conflict of interest.
And that's why I was like, remove me then, because I'm not gonna be physical with somebody. You know, I'm gonna let them do whatever they need to do, and then I'll handle it on the back end. It should not have been that big a deal at all. Wow. Wow. Sorry, bud. I didn't mean to, draw that attention over you.
Oh no.
Cody McDougal. Yes, indeed. My intention was not at all to make a scene. I'm just documenting.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
I literally was just talking to this gentleman right here. Like I wasn't even at all involved with any of those people, and he just walked up to me telling me I can't record him. I'm like, I worked in law for the past 4 years. I'm like, I'm not gonna have somebody violate my rights like that. And then he was threatening violence to remove me from the building, saying he was gonna call the police. I'm like, that's uncalled for, uncalled for. And you seem to be educated though. Thank you.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm the administrator, Danielle.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that greatly. Honestly, and that's all I want is to see people who are like, yes, constitutional rights respected. Thank you. Sorry, bro. I'm not trying to,
Good, bro.
Hey, bro.
Just keep that on the DL.
Yeah, bro.
Brittany? No, I'm sorry, my bad.
I've never had that happen to me before in my life. That was kind of nerve-wracking. So we're 35 minutes in now.
Are you talking about this morning? Are you talking about this morning?
Wild stuff, man. Wild stuff.
Tina Martin?
You know, I can't help but get the feeling that some of these efforts are made in the hopes that people will just give up and leave before they do this, or just to make as unpleasant as possible an experience.
And are you on her case? Yes. But it's like for a bike and a bike
So glad I didn't stop recording. For a second I was thinking about just cutting it for a minute, but
Counter A. Yeah, pretty busy.
remember folks, that's why you keep cameras rolling.
So what are you asking for? More details? You want details from me? What am I giving you details about? Or maybe you're giving me details. What did I give you? See, that's the part I can't deal with, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be this queen and shit. No, nigga, I don't gotta deal with you talking to me like that. That's what makes me get angry, bro. That's what makes me talk shit to you, because the way you talk on the phone. On the phone. That's the way you talk to me. Well, then say it then. Then say it.
No, I'm waiting. I'm going to look to see if you're on her case. If you are, I can mail the card out. If you're not, then you have to,
Gosh, that was honestly nerve-wracking. My chest hurts now. I'm all tight.
The card's not coming to you.
What if you could run her old card in if I download it? Because it's
Just read the window seat.
Yeah, we're on the end there. 26 minutes. So I guess we're here for.
Michelle Walker, window B. Because you don't sit it nowhere. You expecting me to think. Like, what the fuck am I thinking about, bro?
41 minutes.
What I do, what I say. Nigga, I'm on Section 8 and I'm going to put you on my Section 8. Tell me to come on, bro. Are you serious?
Yeah, my name's still.
You don't have to like that. It ain't about money, nigga. It's about stability. The roof over your head.
So, Miss, I'm guessing I have a few minutes before I'm called back. I'm at 41 minutes wait time. I'm just going to step out for a second. I'm a little tense right now after what just happened, so I'm going to go and hit my vape. Thank you. I'm just going to step outside real quick because that was kind of crazy. Not used to all that stuff happening. It's incredible. And then the gentleman had the nerve to tell me that I wasn't allowed to FaceTime or anything of that nature in there, meaning that they've clearly stepped on other people's rights in the past, which is kind of worrying. You know, it's a lot of these people don't have any idea that their rights are being trampled. And you know, if like, say for example, if I were in any other situation, I would have definitely been intimidated there to the point of leaving or stopping my recording, which of course I have no obligation to do. Any public building, any place with public employees, those are public servants. You don't have to take their directives if they tell you to stop recording. Any public employee, you're allowed to record your interaction with them. In fact, you know, for them to tell you that you can't is illegal. So yeah, right there, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna go about doing that. You know, even if because obviously that guy had a learning experience. So you know, maybe if he'll just like shake my hand and take the lesson from it, then I won't pursue anything there. But definitely going to talk to their company about respecting people's constitutional rights, because this is, but it seems also as though they maybe gave him some false information, so he was led to believe that, he had a right to tell me not to, which is not the case at all. Yeah, I'm just getting a little nicotine in me. That was fucking weird. Excuse my language too, guys. I try not to cuss, but sometimes I do. Especially when weird stuff happens. So we're at about 40 minutes right now. I'm going to cut this and we'll edit out a lot of it later, but yeah, I'm going to take just a second to get some nicotine in my system.